Why, hello, folks. Once again, it's Killer, riding with Killer, riding the chair once again. We ain't really riding much. And it ain't because it's not a decent day out. It's because it's like 11 degrees out. It was, when I got up this morning to go to church, yes, I do that. I am a Christian. Not bragging, just saying I'm a Christian. I go to church. Praise the Lord. I got up and it was 7 degrees. Now, I fought snow and nasties on the job last night coming home. I got home about 11 o'clock and, okay, we'll go get up and go to church in the morning. Got up and it was like, wow, 7 degrees. The old pickup fired right up. But I'm not really super enthused about, and I hate to say this because I ride a lot, but about freezing to death. Because for every, let me see, there's a wind chill chart out there. I've got it. It's like for every 20 mile an hour you ride over, or if it's under 30 degrees, for every 20 mile an hour you ride, you can deduct 5 degrees from that temperature. Or something like that, 10 degrees or something like that from that temperature. So if you're looking at a 20 degree temperature and you're going 40, you're looking at now it's 10 degrees that you got dressed for, and so on and so forth. And eventually it just becomes a battle. Even though I've got heated gear, it still becomes a battle of so damn many clothes on that nowhere you go and nothing you do is comfortable. However, I am practicing the YouTube or the GoPro still. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to show you a little bit of what we've been doing GoPro-wise. Now, this ain't loaded up or not like that fancy. I ain't got the thing yet. We're still doing this through the handheld. But eventually I'll get it all set up. So yes, you're going to see my pant leg. You're going to see the leg of my $3 jeans. So. This is the new angle I put on it. The new angle I put on it where I faced it, turned it, and faced it toward me. So you can see that I am actually riding and I am actually taking you with me. Sort of. We're going to try, we might do it today. We might mount the mountings to the top of a helmet or something to see how that will work. I want to put them on both helmets to see how it works. But then here in Missouri, we don't have a helmet law anymore. So it's not like I'm going to necessarily be wearing a helmet all the time, although I would recommend it. I don't recommend going without a helmet, especially in the city, on the highway, etc., or on country roads where you don't know what you're doing. Or don't know what you're doing. You know what you're doing, you don't know what anybody else is doing. But I do recommend wearing one. However, I also recommend freedom of choice, and if you don't want to wear one, don't wear one. But that's the new GoPro deal. Okay. Now, and trying to get it to pause. There. Now what we're back doing is this. Like I said, I do go to church when I'm off the road, and I went today, and I wanted to discuss something. The preacher made a point of we should always be, everything is provided for us, and we should be grateful. Are we satisfied? So I'm going to kind of twist that toward a motorcycle thing. I was looking at doing 3 things today, and the preacher, what he discussed kind of caused me to do this. I was looking at, 1, if you were limited to a $2,000 budget, which used to be the Bottle Rockets had a song, $1,000 car. Well, now it'd have to be a $2,000 car. But if you were limited to $1,000 or $2,000 budget, what bike would you buy? That may come up in the future. The second thing I was going to do was to go along with the Kinks song, here we go again, here we go round again. If you had to go round again, motorcycle-wise, round, like the long way around. If you had to go round again motorcycle-wise, what would you do differently motorcycle-wise? Not life-wise, not who you're married to, or kids or no kids or any of that. Motorcycle-wise. So keep those thoughts in mind. What I'm grateful for is I'm grateful for the fact I can ride. My health still allows me, and I still have money in motorcycles. And I'm grateful for the 4,600 people who have actually gone to my blog and seen it at williamkillermiller.com. And there hasn't been anything posted for a while due to the COVID, and because I don't have a laptop yet, we're not there. We are working on getting a laptop, though, in the foreseeable, hopefully near future. You can watch me screw up stuff on a laptop. Hopefully. What I'm thankful for and satisfied with motorcycle-wise is basically three things, but they kind of intermingle. I'm thankful, and now, I've been riding for 40 years, and I'm not bragging, I'm just stating a fact. So I can remember days when these were not the norm. Okay. I'm thankful for motorcycles that keep oil in them and not on the ground under them. Whether it was due to bodged up mechanics, bad gaskets, or just poor design, you had to keep a piece of cardboard or something under your bikes. And don't nobody tell me you didn't. Yes, you did. Unless it was a Honda or Japanese motor, you did. And now, 99.99999% of motorcycles made today keep the majority of their oil in the engine, which is where it's supposed to be. Yes, my Evo Sportster does drip a little. Big whoop. But it's not like puking it. Secondly, and this is a big plus, electrics that for the most part work on the principle of charging batteries and starters that work and lights that work and everything that works and will get you home. I have ridden enough British bikes with Lucas Prince of Darkness electrics and owned a British car with Lucas Prince of Darkness electrics to know that these things will crap out on you and just see ya, or not see ya, because you can have a motor that runs, but not if you want headlights, and vice versa. The worst device ever forced on mankind motorcycle-wise was the Lucas Magdyno. It was a magneto and a dynamo all in one device, which meant that the little gear or belt come up and drove the magneto from the crank, and the magneto spun, or the dyno spun, and when the dyno spun, that spun the end of the magneto, which through the charging of the dynos provided spark to the motor. That just sounds screwed up to begin with, but that powered a lot of British bikes back in the day. So there you go. Then they figured out points ignition with, not that there's anything inherently wrong with a magneto. A magneto is one of the best devices around because it runs off engine speeds and provides spark based on how much engine speed you're at. And it's a separate device other than the electrics. Harleys, Indians, ran magnetos for years. I still know guys that run magnetos on new bikes. If you're going to have a high-performance motor, a magneto is the way to go. Now, the other thing that I'm really thankful for and satisfied with, new bike-wise, brakes that work. There is nothing scarier than wet drum brakes. All right? I mean, I've ridden bikes that having a spool hub would have been a more effective brake than the drum brake that was put on them. You know, so yeah, brakes that work, electrics that work, oil-tight motors. I'm satisfied and very grateful for those things. I'm not taking into consideration all my friends, and I meant just the device-wise. Just the piece of equipment itself. Well, as we sit here waiting for it to warm up, if you watch football, the Super Bowl to come on. I mean, that's today. Go Chiefs. Brady's got enough rings. I'm looking forward, and I know a lot of people go NASCAR crap car. Fine. I'm looking forward to the Daytona 500 next week, even if it is on Valentine's Day, which means the Valentine's Day dinners are going to have to be danced a little bit. But it's all doable, I hope. Otherwise, I'm in the doghouse. Now, think about what you're thankful for. If you want to send me a PM or something, go ahead, or go to my blog and put it in there, or go to the vlog here and put it in here. I don't know if you can make comments or not. I'm not that smart yet. We're not there. I do want to tell you this. There may be, going along to what the Kink said back where we started, let's go round again. There might be new changes coming. Maybe. Don't know yet. Things are being worked on. I like this format. I like the format of the blog. And I really appreciate everybody that's read it. But I've always liked seeing my things in print. So with that being said, let's see how things go, but it won't be dancing the dance with the same partner. If you know what I mean. Okay? That bridge was burned by people holding gasoline cans and matches. And consequently, I ain't going. If they built it and burned it, I'm not going to work my butt off rebuilding it. I can build a new bridge for the amount of time, effort, and energy it would take to rebuild that one. And the new bridge would be built out of concrete, not wood. So, anyway, with that having been said, the thoughts being put out, think about what bike you would buy if you only had $2,000. I mean, that's to get it bought and on the road. 2G. I overdid my budget a little bit with Amy Bronson. We spent right at 26 getting her on the road. By the time we put new tires, brakes, fork seals, got her inspected, got her actually up on the road, $2,600. So I was $600 over my budget. But if you only had $2,000 to buy a bike and get it on the road, and I'm not counting taxes and licensing, I'm just talking a good, safe bike on the road, what would you buy and why? And what would you change if you started the motorcycle journey all over again? What would you change in how you made your journey? And I don't care if you're a new rider or an old rider. What would you change? For now, that's it. Ride safe, peace, be nice to each other, or as nice as you can be to those around you. There are a-holes out there, and, well, a-holes are a-holes. And not the a-hole I know, just a-holes in general. The a-hole I know is actually a nice guy. Yes, buddy, I'm working on putting you back out in the cold. Again, no, I'm not abusing the dog. He wants to go out. He's going out for like 5 minutes and coming back in. I would never abuse an animal. So, anyway, peace, love, motorcycles, killer out.